I kicked my husband out after I discovered he cheated on me with multiple women, including a prostitute. He brought home an STI, and now his family blames me for not taking care of him. I'm Harper, 32 female, and my husband, Cody, 35 male, just blew up my entire world. We've been married 6 years, together for 8. We have 2 kids, our daughter Lily, 3, and a newborn son Noah, who's just over 2 months old. That's right, I'm writing this in the postpartum haze, still bleeding occasionally, awash with hormones, barely scraping together 2 hours of sleep at a time, and handling almost every bit of childcare for Noah on my own. Cody keeps saying he wants to give me space or is too overwhelmed by the baby's crying to help out. What he's really doing is gaming nonstop with his noise-canceling headphones or always finding urgent errands to run. But let me rewind a bit. Cody, before this nightmare, was okay. Not the doting, hands-on dad type, but he had a steady job and paid his share of bills. We laughed together, and I thought we were solid. Now I realize I was just propping up a lazy, selfish man. Cody has always slacked on the housework, but I covered for him. That's what partners do, I thought. Turns out what I did was enable a leech. My pregnancy with Noah nearly broke me. I had morning sickness deep into the 2nd trimester and such bad sciatica I could barely walk. Labor was long and grueling, narrowly avoiding a C-section. I came home physically wrecked, bleeding, exhausted, and responsible not only for this tiny screaming baby, but also for Lily, who needed me just as much. Through all this, Cody's help was limited to a patronizing pat on the shoulder, and "You're doing great, babe," before he vanished. I felt alone, broken, and like my life was swallowed by motherhood and Cody's neglect. 6 weeks postpartum, Cody dropped a bomb. His old college buddy, Marcus, was having a bachelor party, out of state, 3 full days, and Cody was the best man. My first thought, are you kidding me? I hadn't slept in weeks. Lily was acting out because of the new baby. I was covered in spit up, and Cody wanted to bail? "It's for Marcus. It's been planned forever," he said, like my planned pregnancy didn't count. I begged him to reconsider, saying I needed help. He shrugged and told me his mom would come by if I needed support. And I need this weekend. I'm stressed too. Oh, give me a break. Stressed from avoiding diaper changes? He left anyway. Too tired to fight, I let him go. His mother, Evelyn, my MIL, watched the kids for a few hours. But honestly, she caused more problems than she fixed, critiquing my housekeeping and telling me I was spoiling Noah by picking him up too much. Cody got home full of big smiles and "I missed you," but something had changed. He was glued to his phone, and if I walked by, he'd flip it over or tilt the screen away. Any questions I asked about the trip got vague, defensive answers. Just guys being guys, you wouldn't get it. Then his mood turned mean. If I was extra emotional, which, hello, postpartum hormones and sleep deprivation, he'd say I was being irrational, or maybe you just need to calm down. When I told him I was overwhelmed, he'd sigh dramatically and say he just wanted some peace when he got home. He picked fights over dumb things, house not clean enough, as if he lifts a finger, dinner not to his liking, even saying I was letting myself go. This from the man whose main input in parenting was to whine about the noise, but it was his phone that really made me uneasy. He started taking it everywhere, even into the shower. One night, I just asked him straight out, "Is there something on your phone you don't want me to see?" He was instantly defensive, said I was crazy and paranoid, that I was acting hormonal, that he deserved privacy, blah blah blah. I started to doubt myself. Maybe the hormones and sleep loss were making me paranoid? Then, about 2 weeks after Cody was back, I got a Facebook message from a woman I didn't know. It said, simply, "You should probably see this." There was a photo attached. Cody at a club under flashing lights, arms wrapped around a blonde woman, head buried in her neck, her hands all over his butt. They were practically having sex on the dance floor. No way this was a friendly hug. I recognized Cody's shirt. I bought it for his birthday. The woman who messaged me turned out to be the girlfriend of another guy at the bachelor party. She'd seen the pics on her drunk boyfriend's phone and thought I deserved to know. That night, when the kids were asleep, Cody was gaming on the couch with headphones blaring. I walked up and airdropped the photo to his phone. I just watched his face, confusion, horror, collapse. "Where did you get that?" he stammered. "Does it matter?" I snapped. Is that you, Cody? Is that just some random woman you were grinding on while I was home drowning in diapers? He tried to protest. It's not what it looks like. We were drunk, just dancing. I cut him off. You look like you were about to screw her on the dance floor. What happened after? He just stared at his lap. Did you sleep with her? I asked, louder and louder. Finally, he mumbled, yes, okay, yes. I was drunk. It was a mistake. It meant nothing. I lost it. How could he call it a mistake? Something meaningless. When I was at home recovering from childbirth, when I'd been struggling to keep our children and my sanity together. He lied to me for weeks. Let me think I was crazy. I didn't want to hurt you, he whispered. Wow, too late. We had a massive, ugly fight. Cody blamed the booze, his pushy friends, even me for being distant since Noah's birth. I think I screamed so much I can't remember all the things I said. When he tried to grab my arm to calm me down, I slapped his hand away. That night I didn't sleep. I just rocked Noah in the nursery and watched Lily sleep on the baby monitor. My world had exploded. The father of my kids was a liar, a cheat, a coward. The next morning I started packing. Cody tried to stop me by begging and crying. I was beyond caring. He just wouldn't give up. Please, Harper, don't do this. We can fix this. I do anything. But I was done. You did this. There's no fix. I called my sister Paige and told her I was coming with the kids. She just said, I'm on my way. Packing my stuff, Lily's and Noah's, with Cody trailing me, alternating between fake help and yelling that I was overreacting, was chaos. Paige arrived like a rescue mission, took one look at my face, and just started loading the car. She didn't even speak to Cody. The silence filled the air with judgment. The last thing I saw was Cody standing in the doorway looking lost and small. The first weeks at Paige's were a blur. Her apartment is tiny, but she made space for us. I cried constantly, was numb with anger, and had knots of stress in my stomach while trying to breastfeed. Lily kept asking, "Where's Daddy?" Every time, it broke my heart. My parents, when they got over the shock, were supportive in their own way, mostly by trash-talking Cody. Honestly, it helped. I cut all contact with Cody, blocked him everywhere. The only way he could reach me was through Paige. Of course, he tried to get through. Texts, calls, voicemails, ranging from "I love you, please come home" to "You're vindictive, you're keeping my children from me." I blocked everything. That was a month ago. Since then, I've been trying to build a new life, looking at daycare options for Noah, figuring out work, searching for an apartment. But 3 days ago, the next bomb dropped. I got a hysterical call from my ma, Evelyn. Cody was seriously sick. After weeks of feeling bad, he'd finally seen a doctor and gotten some tests. The truth came out. He hadn't just cheated with the blonde of the club. Turns out, later that night, he and a couple guys paid for prostitutes. The woman Cody was with gave him a lifelong parting gift. He has HIV, not from the club woman in the picture, from a sex worker. I was numb. So not only did he cheat on me multiple times in one night, including paying for sex, but then he lied about all of it. And now, his whole family is spamming me. Evelyn, his father Ronald, Phil, his siblings, begging me to come back and take care of Cody because he is devastated and terrified. That you're his wife, it's your duty in sickness and in health. Evelyn sobbed about how he made a mistake, but this is a tragedy. She accused me of being heartless, saying, "What about your vows?" I told her my vows didn't mean I'd take care of a man who deliberately lied, cheated, put me and our kids in danger, and then gaslighted me for weeks. I told her my priority was my children and my own sanity. I told the whole family I want a divorce. The backlash was instant. I'm cruel, selfish, unforgiving. I'm abandoning him in his darkest hour. Even Cody is using Evelyn to send me messages. He's sorry, he knows he messed up, but he's scared and doesn't want to be alone. I've made appointments to get myself, Noah, and Lily tested. The risks for Lily and Noah are much lower unless I was positive in pregnancy, but I need to be completely sure. The thought that he could have infected me, that I could have unknowingly given something to Noah, makes me want to throw up. I haven't told Cody's family this part yet. I need to know the results first. But the pressure is overwhelming. Sometimes they make me doubt myself, like maybe I am being heartless, even though deep down I know I can never go back. This is beyond just cheating. This is a level of betrayal and recklessness that's unforgivable. So, Ita for refusing to go back and take care of my HIV+ husband, who cheated with several people, including a prostitute, lied and gaslighted me, and only told the truth after he was diagnosed. Edit Update 1. Wow. First, thank you so much. I posted this about a week ago, so lost and expecting to be flamed as a cold-hearted witch. The support I received has been incredible. I read every comment, even the harsh ones. It's given me clarity and maybe the courage to finally trust my own instincts instead of being battered by Cody's family. A few notes, since many have asked. Our kids are Lily, 3, and Noah, now almost 3 months. The photo of Cody at the club was taken by one of the guys at the party. His girlfriend sent it to me. No clue why he took it, but I'm grateful. The bachelor party was mid-March. I found out about the cheating, the club woman, mid-April, and left Cody immediately. Found out about the HIV and prostitute at the end of April, beginning of May. I never suspected Cody was capable of this. I knew he was selfish, yes, but soliciting a prostitute and lying about a life-threatening STI? Never. I started the process to get myself and the kids tested immediately after learning about his diagnosis. The anxiety nearly destroyed me. I've retained a lawyer and started divorce proceedings. My lawyer told me to document everything, so all communication goes through Paige, my sister, or my lawyer now. The in sickness and in health thing Cody's family keeps throwing in my face, that's supposed to mean a partnership. Not that I sign up to nurse the person who destroyed our marriage, lied, and put our health at risk. Here's what I've done. 1. Testing. The day after I found out, I took Noah and myself for blood work, and Lily too. Her risk is tiny unless I was positive when she was born. The wait for results was excruciating. 3 days of pure terror, convinced every itch or headache was a death sentence. Paige had to physically stop me from doom-scrolling medical threads. Lawyer, I had my first divorce consult. My lawyer was horrified but extremely supportive. She's handling all paperwork and wants every message documented or sent through her. 3. Officially informing the in-laws. Once my test results came in, my lawyer had Paige call Evelyn with a cease and desist and the announcement of proceedings. Paige, bless her, stayed calm and factual, much better than I could have. Outcomes, test results, all negative. Noah, Lily, and I are HIV negative and clear for everything else. When the doctor told me, I cried in her office. 2. Evelyn's reaction, not good. After Paige's call, Evelyn magically got my new number, thanks to some helpful relative, and left a voicemail full of venom. So that's it, Hopper? He gets sick and you throw him away like trash after he gave you a home and children? You're cold and vindictive. I hope you're happy when he's alone and suffering. This is on your conscience. Plaintiff for my lawyer, who simply said, save that. The rest of Cody's family is quiet for now. 3. Cody's reaction. He keeps sending messages through others. Glad you're okay. Can we talk? I need you. Need me for what? Wipe your ass and change your medications when you get sicker? Hard pass. My lawyer is sending Cody a separation agreement and divorce papers this week. So that's where I am, finally breathing easier after the negative tests, mentally preparing for what I expect will be a brutal divorce. His family will drag my name, but I have my kids, our health, and an amazing lawyer. Thank you all for listening and supporting me when I needed it most. I'll update again if anything big happens, but honestly, I am hoping for several months of boring while the legal process unfolds. A girl can dream, right? Update 2. Hello again all. It's been about 8 months since my last update, so roughly 9 months since D-Day, or as I call it privately, HIV Day. I said I'd post again if anything major happened. Well, a lot has. The divorce is final. It was a complete circus, just as I expected. Cody, pushed along by his unrelentingly toxic family, tried to make the process as painful as possible. He demanded shared custody of Lily and Noah. His lawyer tried to claim that my vindictive decision to leave him when he was sick made me an unstable parent. My lawyer just about laughed them out of court. She methodically presented the timeline: Cody's cheating, the exposure risks, the fact he's never once been the primary caregiver, barely changed a diaper, etc. The judge saw right through him. I have full physical custody. Cody gets supervised visits with Lily at a designated center. Noah's still too young, and I absolutely don't trust Cody to manage an infant safely. These visits are only allowed if Cody follows all medical protocols and isn't a risk. So far, he's declined most sessions, blaming illness. Financially, Cody's team tried to argue that his illness meant he shouldn't have to pay child support or alimony because his earning power was down. My lawyer countered that his medical and financial troubles stemmed entirely from his own actions. Besides, Cody worked and earned just fine until he blew his life up. In the end, the settlement was fair, though not generous, but enough for me and the kids to rebuild. Silver lining, Cody had to sell his beloved car. Evelyn and his family kept up their harassment for months. Calls, texts, even veiled comments on Paige's social media. My lawyer sent another, harsher cease and desist letter. That finally got them to stop, for now. They still shoot daggers at me if our paths cross. Sadly, we live in the same area, but nothing directly. Through the grapevine, I hear Cody isn't doing well. Physically, the HIV and its meds have really hit him, and he's been sick and run down. Mentally, he's a wreck. Most of his friends, including the bachelor party crowd, have dropped him. Marcus, the groom, is reportedly furious at Cody for bringing drama and negative attention. Cody also lost his job, not for HIV, that would be illegal, but for poor performance and constant absenteeism. So, his reduced earning power is now real, self-inflicted. Cody lives with his parents now. Evelyn, every so often, tries to get messages to me, pleading for Christian charity and forgiveness. I delete them all. As for us, it's the hardest and weirdly most rewarding thing I've ever done. Being a single mom to a toddler and a baby is no joke. I'm exhausted, but it's a better kind of tired now. I found a small apartment. Lily has her own room. Noah's crib is with me. It's quiet. Lily still asks about her dad sometimes. I give her gently honest, age-appropriate answers. Daddy made some big mistakes and he's sick, so he can't live with us right now. It breaks my heart, but I refuse to lie. She sees him at supervised visits. Cody looks exhausted and sad. She's usually cheerful to see him, but eager to return home with me. Noah is a chubby, laughing baby, rolling over and giggling, and mercifully won't remember any of this mess. I've started freelance work from home and hope to put Noah in part-time daycare so I can grow my workload. My parents and Paige are incredible support. So, that's the end. The divorce is done. We're safe, healthy, and moving forward. Cody is finally living with the consequences of his own actions. His family can think what they want. Their opinions don't pay my bills or keep my kids safe and loved. Am I happy? Not in a skipping through tulips way, but I'm at peace. I'm still healing, still angry sometimes, still mourning the family I thought I had. But I'm freer than I've been in years. Thank you all, again and again, for being my sounding board and community when I was shattered. I hope I never have to post about Cody again. We're moving on. Take care, everyone. This story ends right here. This story is a reminder that betrayal, especially when it endangers others, can't be simply erased by family pressure or empty apologies. Sometimes, walking away is the only way forward for everyone involved. Here is a question for you. Do you think in sickness and in health vows should still apply if one partner willfully endangers the other? And if not, where would you draw the line? Share your thoughts below.